First of all, what is a tariff?
A tariff is a duty or a tax on goods coming in from foreign countries. It was originally the tax that the federal government could put. Federal government, needs money. How do we get it? You put a tax on goods coming in. Okay? Part of our revolution in the United States was against tariffs. The Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party, was against a tea tax. In other words, a tax on the stuff coming in.
Why is the United States putting tariffs on Chinese products right now?
We feel the Chinese are not playing according to the rules. And they've got to learn, if they're going to be part of the world, they have to play by the rules. Therefore, if we put a tax on goods coming in, that's an easy way. It's a lot better than sending the troops out. Okay? Or it's simple. Goods are coming in, there they are, here's what you got to pay.
So the Chinese have replied by basically saying, we're not going to buy your soybeans.
Yes.
How does that work?
Well, let's sort of see how this one goes on that. They simply say, now they won't say we won't buy the soybeans, there's still going to be a high tariff on them, and that's going to slow things down in terms of the amount that they buy. Also, what they're going to do, and it'd be interesting to see a little tit for tat on that, our competitors in soybeans are Brazil and Argentina and Paraguay down there. So Chinese are still pretty hungry for these things. So after a while, it may balance out a little bit, so they'll buy Latin American soybeans that otherwise would have gone to Europe. And Europe is still a pretty big customer on that. But it means they're buying from the other place. Now this can really hurt farmers, well, here for sure, but out in the far west, if you get out into Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, and whatnot, those soybeans all go by rail, west coast, and up to China. It's a long way to Europe from western Kansas. And so they're the ones that are hurting, and what you get is some elevators out there, grain companies that don't even bring the soybeans in. There's nothing we can do with them. So that is the pain that goes with it.
Do you think that the U.S. Tariffs against Chinese goods at this point will end their practices of stealing U.S. Patents, high technology, reduce their dumping of cheap steel in U.S. markets? Do you think that this can be effective?
Well, let's wait and see. I think they're going to get tired of this. My own feeling is that we're in a somewhat stronger position because I think from a legal and ethical point of view, we're right. Okay? Our intellectual property is ours. And I guess a little bit earlier, my wife wrote a book on the cultural elements of international business. She was in Shanghai for a conference, and this woman very proudly came up and said, "Oh, I've translated your book into Chinese." Well, she's stolen my wife's intellectual property. Okay, and she thought she'd done something wonderful. They've got to learn what the rules are. I think ultimately they will do it. I think we're also going to have business leaving China. So there's some competitors over there. Bangladesh, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia. They're all Philippines, former American possession. They're all glad to get these contracts too, and they're becoming ever more efficient. Okay, so where's it going to go? China or these other places? So they've got a lot of motives to learn what the rules are.